Now, as of right now, Trump's saying he believes that he is winning this race.
That's why millions of traditional Democrats, including FDR Democrats, JFK Democrats, independents, and old-fashioned liberals are joining our movement. Our poll numbers are great.
But our brand new exclusive The Hill Decision Desk HQ forecast suggests otherwise. Now, this is not just a poll or even a collection of polls. Rather, it's a model that projects the chances of actually winning. It's brand new. The first look at the Trump-Harris race. Now, let's take a look here, for example, at the probability. Right now, the model currently predicts Vice President Harris having a 55% chance of winning the presidency. The last model, when President Biden was still in the race, had Trump's chance at 56%, for example. All right, let's zero in on the blue wall here. The three states, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. You can see right there the movement. Right now, it predicts that Kamala Harris, as of this moment, would win all three states. Huge for Democrats and for her if that were to happen. But let's look at the other four swing states down in the South, throughout the Rust Belt, out west as well. Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina. It shows Donald Trump winning. You can see in Nevada, Kamala Harris winning. Now, if you were to just take all of this at face value, just assume for a second this is right, what would the map look like? It would look just like that. And a possible Kamala Harris victory, showing her picking up 276 Electoral College votes. You need 270 to win. What about the Senate and the House, right? Because the presidency, while it is the story, it is only part of it. The Senate right now, it projects, would flip. A 67% probability of that happening. The House, though, is essentially a toss-up right now, down to 56% for the GOP. Come on in, Scott Traynor, Data Science Director at Decision Desk HQ. Hello, Scott. Good to see you. Brand new numbers, brand new model. You had to put this thing on hold for a minute after Joe Biden dropped out of the race. Explain to me what it does before we dive into some of the numbers here.
Yeah, so what we had to look at is we had to reset all the polling. And so a lot of new polling came out after Joe Biden dropped out, and the polling looked a lot better for Kamala Harris than it did for Joe Biden. And so that's the reset there. The other thing that happened is RFK dropped out and, again, had to recalibrate it there. But what you're looking at is basically a whole new presidential race, and it's razor thin.
A whole new race, razor thin, but it's a toss-up, right? Like, I laid out for you the movement there from Kamala Harris. And if all of this were to be accurate, you're looking at a win for her at 276. But both sides have a story to tell, do they not?
Both sides have a story. If I were either side, I would not look at these numbers comfortably. I would look at them as an opportunity to change the map if you're Donald Trump, and I would look at this as too close a margin to take anything for granted if you're the Harris campaign.
So let's go into these swing states. The blue wall, as of right now, is blue. And then when you head throughout the other four key states, that's where Donald Trump is favored in 3. What does that tell you right now, Scott? You've been digging into this and looking through this for days now. What does it tell you?
It tells me that the biggest shift in the race is in the Rust Belt, as we call it. When we were having this conversation 6-7 weeks ago, Donald Trump had the slight lead in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and that is switched. Now it could always switch back. There's 75 days to go, but that's probably the biggest shift. And the winner of the presidency is probably going to win those 3 states, or at least the majority of those 3 states. That's really where this race is going to be won or lost.
What's the most important one? Or 2?
Most important one is Michigan. Whoever wins Michigan has about a 90% chance of being the next president.
Either or, it doesn't matter whether it's Trump or Harris. Either one is essentially at that number.
Correct. That's the keystone right there. No pun intended to our former favorite state, Pennsylvania. But that one, it's highly correlated. Whoever wins Michigan's probably going to win Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, and that's the easiest path to 270.
All right. To the beautiful building behind me here, because the presidential race is obviously the big one, but only part of it. 67% probability at this point in time that the Senate flips. But you're basically talking about, speaking of flip, a coin flip in the House, right?
Exactly. The House right now, just where we are in the polling, and it's early in the cycle, there's about 15 to 20 toss-up seats that right now look slight advantage to the Republicans. But again, 75 days to go, a lot of fundraising, a lot of campaigning. I would not be surprised if we have this conversation in a few weeks and it's 55% for the Democrats.
Wow. All right. Scott Trainer, Data Science Director, DDHQ, with the numbers and the breakdown. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.